Yeah, baby.
Hey everybody, hey Jim. I've looked up how to do the rear shock absorbers on this E85 Z4, and of course it's not nearly as simple as I was hoping. Pretty much the whole interior of the trunk has to come out, and part of the rear shelf of the convertible top thing back here. And I'm thinking about my paint job. I'm going to be painting this car in the next, hopefully in the next week or so. As soon as I get the struts and the shocks done, I'm going to move on to painting it. And I think I'm going to work on all of this at once. I mean, I'm going to take the interior of the trunk out. I might as well take the top completely off if I'm going to paint the car. It's going to help the ultimate end result be better, I would think, instead of masking around everything and risking overspray on the top and all of that. So I'm going to take out all the stuff in the trunk and probably the whole top and the taillights, and I'm probably even going to drop the bumpers. I mean, they're not that hard to take off, I don't think, although I've never had the back one off. You remember I already had the front one off if you've watched a few of these other Z4. So anyway, I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to start taking it apart. So maybe it's time for time lapse. I watched a couple of videos on how to take this convertible top off, and it seems like everybody just sort of lays in the trunk on their backs to reach up. There's a U-shaped aluminum piece that goes all the way around here, and it's got like 10 millimeter bolts that hold it in, and everybody gets in there and sort of struggles with it. And I've decided to do this. I'm kind of old and arthritic, so I don't want to lay upside down in this trunk if I can help it. So what I've got here is my little trusty signal mirror, and if I put it up here, I can see my little aluminum track there, and I can see the first bolt right there. So I'm going to go get my 10 millimeter and use my trusty mirror here and take out all of those 7 bolts. I have also pulled off the, there's a big rubber piece that goes on here that's got a clip that clips on here where you have to kind of peel up the side and then reach in with a screwdriver and very lightly pop the clip off. It's this thing, this plastic clip here. This is, anyway, this thing pops out. It's kind of squeezed in tight back here, but nothing else really holds it on except this one clip, and you can get that by just peeling this up, and then you can kind of see it under there. And then there's another piece here that I took off, and then I took off all the screws, so this panel is loose, and I had to do that to get to the plugs here, to unplug them. And then inside here there are 4 big bolts. I'll show you when I get them out, but there are 4 big bolts that kind of go in here to the side, or 2 on each side, 2 over here and 2 over there. And I'm going to pull those out next, and I unplugged like 3 cords from the other side over there. So I think I'm getting close. Once my 7 bolts are out of the U-shaped aluminum piece, that should make it where this rubber strip here should be able to pull out real easy once the aluminum piece is off. And once that happens, I should be able to lift the whole top structure away from the car. I'm going to have to get some help for that. I hear it's heavy. These are those bad boys. There's 4 of them. They're a Torx T40, and They're a little hard to get out because when you back them out all the way, they're still kind of stuck in the little recess. So I had to grab them with a little needle nose pliers to actually pull them all the rest of the way out. Seems like I've got everything else released. I've got the rubber strip released. The metal thing seems like it still might be mounted a little bit in a slidey piece here, but I think once it starts to lift off, I'll be able to maneuver it forward or backward or whatever a little bit to get it out of this last little clip thingy that's over here. And I did release the hydraulics by pulling this little guy out and catching him on the lip. That releases the hydraulics motor from the top so I can manually open and close the top while I'm messing around with this. So I think I'm going to go get some help and try and lift this thing completely off the car. That's pretty good. Got it sitting here on the table, and the thing that I was clipped into is this guy. So it's really just seriously just a clip. There's nothing. You just pop it up, and that's it. You don't slide it back or forth. It just pops right up, and looks like the drain is clogged up on this side, so I'll do something about that. But someone has been in here before, big surprise, and this drain looks like it's been opened up a little bit. And when these things come out of the factory, they have a little rubber nipple thing on the drain here, and that's there supposedly to keep insects and mice and things like that from climbing up into your car. But all they really do is clog up with debris like this when it gets in there. And then this thing fills up with water, and your hydraulic motor's dangling in there, and it destroys the motor. So, looks like someone's already opened that up. I'll clean that all out, and I'll clean out the other one and open it up. But the rest of this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. Yeah, we're slowly stripping her down. And this thing, the gas cap came off so easy. It's got like a little tiny tab that you just push the little tab a little bit right here, this tab. Just pull it back just a little bit, and the whole metal gas cap just goes, boop, comes right off in your hands. Real easy. Okay, so that's the story of taking the top off. And I am going to continue in this trunk and removing and preparing for the tops of the shock mounts. And I'm going to do the rear shocks, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Thanks for watching.